Another day, another indie pilot, Knights of Guinevere, created by Dan Terrace, someone who I probably never talk about. The pilot opens with a stained glass window. Kind of reminds me of the ones from Kingdom Hearts, but that's probably just a coincidence. Or is it? Narrator Gwen explains that Olivia is a princess locked in a tower, ran by blood and fear, and she gets to play with her biologically accurate doll, Gwen. Spelled the one of many ways you can spell Guinevere. This is her dad, Orville, played by YouTuber Sungwon Cho, who's been in a lot of things recently, but the voice he does in this episode kind of sounds like Cyril Figgis. Olivia Park is gifted an entire park planet.
Happy birthday, sweetheart. I hope this can make up for... I don't think I need to say it. Embrace it. Let your past fade away. You're here now.
Ink blue blood is a weird trend in Dana's work. Gwen jumps for it, but there's no knights to save her from being mass merchandised. Everyone who's designed a character for Network knows exactly this. Gwen might be a ghost in a shell, but there's definitely direct-to-DVD sequels. The mermaid and the face looks kind of familiar. I don't know why. Live action remake greenlit. No one asked for it, so we're making it. The princess can save herself. She's wearing armor and got big lips. The fans are all deranged. The bite of 87 might have happened, and the company is definitely responsible for a mass amount of pollution, which is causing birth defects. But you want it. They defined your childhood. You want the marketable plush. They have quite a lot of marketable plushes, like N and Uzi holding a knife from Murder Drones, Mel from the Gaslight District, Pomni from Digital Circus, and even a Jax toy. Then two kids find the claw machine. Notice that one sword is broken and the other's shield is broken. They hack the claw machine with a Game Boy and use a CGI claw to get to Gwen. But even hacking it, these games are so rigged. But then they bump into the real Gwen princess. Without the kids saying their names, Gwen recognizes them as Francesca and Andrea. Francesca repairs Gwen's twitchy finger, and then years later, they're grown up. Frank is played by a VTuber I never heard of before. And Andy's played by Zelda Con Black. Little Nurse Gwen. Andy's having a hard time buying stuff because people don't like the people who work at the park, who they call crowns. But Andy's just an engineer trying to get by, and as she whacks philosophically about workers of the world or whatever, Frankie hacks a machine with an upgraded frog thing, and they leave with parts. The two live together in the electric state, glitch skull logo, and Andy's trying to repair some animatronics, but she's got to head to work.
That's right, Andy! Have a good day! Go kick some ass! Show him who's boss! Fuck you!
Now Frank has to head to work. After an establishing shot of Dearborn, Michigan, a logo with 3 circles. Frankie apparently just has general labor. And skimming garbage out of the sea because the park literally just tosses their trash off the side. Oh hey, QR code. It does work. It does send you to a page full of comics. Frankie's boss, who's doing a lot of business, has one eye, gauges, and named Sparky. They're played by transgendered voice actress Kaylee McKee, who is so comfortable in her own gender she'll voice act for any gender. They dock at Clearwater, Florida to sell their scrap. This is literally how I look at work. But Frankie finds something and tries their hand at the CGI claw again, and this time they catch a Gwen.
I don't recognize the model.
This is gold!
You're just gonna sell it?
What you expect me to do? Share a cigar with it?
Why, yes, in fact. When the cops are around. Frankie thinks this is their ticket to repair Gwen and sell it back to the company so that she can work with Andy. But Sparky says no, we're scrapping it immediately. Notice that it has a missing twitchy finger. Meanwhile, Olivia is bedridden. She's played by 2 different voice actors for young and old. Her young self kind of came off as cold and distant, and her elderly self is emotional and overprotective of Gwen because they found traces of her. She's probably overprotective for reasons. Also, she's got 2 giant nights of sun and moon. Meanwhile, at Lab 7, make sure to book your lab time. Andy's not having the easiest time, especially with half-blue people hating her and, wheezing on her. But hey, the Star Cruise seems to have been getting cheaper. Meanwhile, Frankie's having a discussion with 3 animal friends, including Pablo, about going to get Gwen. Okay, maybe it was just in her head. They were also thinking about a video about Orville introducing Gwen and how there's millions of them, but they're able to back up memory to the cloud about everyone who enters Park Planet. We got Steampunk Gwen, Normal Gwen, Music Gwen, Jellyfish Gwen, Dumbo Gwen, Ragatha Gwen, Owl House Gwen, and Steamboat Willie Gwen. Frankie has something to show them. The Gwen. Andy's unsure about this, but Frankie loves their childhood memories of meeting Gwen. Why not, give kids that same memory? We can fix her up. The company will love it and we'll work together. It'll be awesome. So they take the boat and sneak off, but Sparky finds them. Why be a corporate shit? We can just be rich right now by selling it. This leads into a small tussle, and I like that they don't entirely well, he's definitely not a great person, ripping out Franklin's teeth, but you can kind of understand where he's coming from. They're not just being unreasonable, they just want the money too, in a different way. But Andy says they can repair them and make even more money, because she's also been fired. They eventually come to an agreement and spit shake it. They find a way to the underlevels at Epcot Center. Then Gwen screams, even though they haven't said anything this entire episode, alerting them that a Dark Souls boss is chasing them. The Sun Knight sounds like Orville, which I think is intentional. So they spray liquid nitrogen at him, which I guess that means they're bioorganic. Tossing the golf ball away, Frankie starts fantasizing about Gwen being normal. As the Sun Knight gets closer, Frankie and Andy escape into an elevator without Gwen. But it, works itself out, leading Gwen to a circle medical thing. This really looks like something out of Ghost in the Shell. She eventually reboots and sees the two as kids again. And the episode just kind of ends. So yeah, they are the Knights of Guinevere. One has a sword, one has a shield. Like earlier. Madoka Magica reference. This was pretty cool. The world's very interesting, well detailed, and I love the aesthetic. The people also look pretty good, this being Glitch's first 2D animated series. There's a little bit of slow, choppy frame rate issues, but it's independent and only the pilot, and a lot of other scenes look really good too. Even mainstream studios have to make that kind of cut for scenes that are not as important for scenes that look great. I guess we didn't get to see a whole lot of Olivia. The episode just sort of ends, despite this being a very slow start. Probably the slowest paced of any Glitch production. But that means we get plenty of the time to see Frank and Andy, and they play off each other really well. And there's plenty of interest for the rest of the series, like what exactly is Gwen, and what is up with her blue blood, and why is it having such negative effects on people? What exactly is Olivia's deal? And her dad told her to let the past fade. Why exactly? We see above her bed a family portrait. Olivia is not a natural blonde, and her mom's face is kind of obscured, so you know it's going to be important. So maybe Gwen is based off of her mom, and she's weird and constantly experimenting with her because she's got complicated feelings about her mom. And yeah, no shit, this is obviously Dana working through her feelings about getting her show canceled by Disney. There's plenty of jabs towards Disney, and even with them being behind pollution that's causing birth defects, I don't think it's entirely mean-spirited. She's definitely frustrated with Disney, but one of the main characters literally wants to preserve her Disney childhood. You can pretty easily read it as the two wanting to fix Mickey Mouse, even despite all the terrible things the company have already done. I really enjoyed this pilot. 8 out of 10. Let me know your opinions down below, as well as hitting the like button and the subscribe button.